It's officially September. It's officially appropriate to talk about fall fashion, and it's officially time to get a little drink in a mug, get cozy, and share the collection of absolute gems I have recently thrifted. This is actually everything I have bought to add to my wardrobe over the last several months. I think 4 months since my last thrift haul. Some of the pieces I just got, others I've had for a few months already, but I am so excited to restyle them for the new season. And I think we're gonna go in order of slightly more summer-leaning items to more autumnal items, so we can all transition our mindsets, go on a little journey, gradually move from summer to fall together. Woo! That way, I can save the most scrumptious, perfect fall gems for the end. And trust me, there are some serious gems. So we're gonna start with tops, and most of these I've actually had since spring. You may have already seen some of them in a video here or there, but I just want to give them their moment and talk about why I thought they were worth adding to my wardrobe. I promise there will be plenty of never before seen items in this haul as well. First up, let's start with this stripy boxy polo shirt. I got a white polo shirt last year with a little crest on it that I found unexpectedly charming and delightful once I put it on. I just really loved the fit and the style of it. So I wanted another boxy polo, but in some sort of color, ideally with like some chunky stripes. And I was looking for horizontal stripes, but then when I found this one, I kind of loved that it had vertical stripes instead. It gives sort of a funky retro referee / bowling shirt vibe. And I also thought this was an interesting color. I don't usually wear this specific shade, but I do wear a lot of blues and greens in general. So I thought this would be fun to branch out. I've already worn this quite a bit, but now I'm sort of reinvigorated to style it for fall. I feel like a polo, you know, it's giving back to school. It's perfect for fall time. Speaking of blue and green tops that I got in the spring, but I'm re-excited to style for fall, I also have this funky little top. As you may be able to tell, I was trying to branch out the styles of tops that I have in my wardrobe a little bit. I have a lot of like basic t-shirts and button-ups, so when I found this, I liked that it was just a little something different, a little fun and funky. I like the wide neckline, the cap sleeves, the fitted cut, the little keyhole cutout, and I also like that it has all those interesting details, but it's still like really stretchy and comfy and easy to wear. Honestly, this feels very like understated, authentic mid-2000s. It's something a little different for me now, but it totally reminds me of stuff I wore as a kid, and I love that. Our last top is definitely more geared towards summer, but I think you could actually make it work really well for fall as well. It's this structured little floral print tank top. If you watch my channel regularly, you have definitely already seen this in videos. It's like my dream unbasic summer tank top. I love a plain, neutral, stretchy tank, but I realized this summer that almost all of my tank tops were literally just like plain, solid color, form-fitting, completely simple. So I was hunting for something with a little more structure, a little more detail, an interesting shape, an interesting pattern, and this checks literally all of those boxes. And like I said, of course it's a summer tank top, but I feel like these graphics that are sort of an abstracted version of a flower in these very warm colors, they almost look like fall leaves, a little bit of an autumnal vibe, perhaps. And I feel like with a cozy cardigan, this could totally work for fall. Okay, next we're getting into some dresses. I have two, and I actually bought them at the same time in a little thrift store in Bar Harbor, Maine on a trip I took there in May. So that just makes them extra fun and special, but they are plenty fun and special on their own. Starting with this absolutely incredible floral number. Look at this. Are you kidding me? The fabric, the structure, the shape, the length. This is so dreamy. She's gorgeous. I just instantly fell in love with this when I tried it on. I absolutely love the style and cut on me, and it's so comfy. It's like a nice sturdy cotton, but it's still breathable and it has a little bit of stretch. She's just everything to me. Now, is this an extremely summery dress? Some may say so, but honestly, to me, it's kind of giving Miss Honey, it's kind of giving teacher, and that's giving, you know, back to school, fall time. You see how I got there. Not that everything has to be like perfectly suited to all 4 seasons, but I think I can definitely style this for fall. The other dress is a little more casual and everyday, and honestly, I've gotten a lot more wear out of this one so far. This fabulous vintage blue midi dress. I think these are both some degree of vintage, actually, but this one had shoulder pads in it, so that's how you know. I mean, this is just kind of the perfect baggy, flowy midi cut I love and find so comfortable. The fabric is also super light and breathable and soft, and the blue sort of pseudo patchwork oceanic pattern. Literally, what could be a better souvenir from a coastal trip to Maine? Honestly, this one might actually feel more summery to me because, I don't know, this blue is almost like tropical and it has some silveriness woven into the fabric. But I already, got my wear's worth out of this summer. I suspect I'll find some ways to wear this fall too, and I can't wait to keep wearing it for years and years to come. Okay, now we're moving into bottoms, and this is where we're really gonna start getting into pieces I bought specifically with fall in mind, starting with these incredible, super flared red corduroy pants. Are you kidding? These are so cool. I found these at Goodwill this summer and I was like, wow, these are really cool, but I don't know how they'll look on me. I remember not really loving flare pants on myself as a teen, but let's just give it a try. And it turns out when the flare pants are high-waisted, it changes the whole vibe, the whole look. I love these on me. And they're so different from any other pants I own. I tend to go for a very specific cut that is not this, but I love how these look. They're still super comfortable and I think they'll be quite versatile while also making a bit of a statement. So I'm just super excited to play around with these. I will say they are clearly too long for me, but I think I can just tack up the cuff. It already looks quite clean and finished folded up, so that should be good to go. Not too difficult, I hope. Next, we have a skirt. This little blue tiered one. And you may have seen this in videos already this summer, but I think of this as a truly seasonally neutral piece. I feel like you could make it work in any season. And my other short skirts are all very rigid and structured. So this was just a nice change of pace for the comfort and silhouette that it creates, which is more frilly and flowy. I will say I have been thinking about dyeing it because I don't really love that this looks almost denim-y. This might be chambray fabric, but I just don't know what color I would dye it to that's neutral and versatile but not black because I already have black skirts. I don't know, let me know if you have any suggestions for colors that you think would work. Next, we do have one pair of shorts, and I've already shown these in more of a summer dressing video, but I just thought they deserved a spot in a full-on haul because look at this volume, this structure, this length. They're gorgeous. And despite being white and being shorts, I do think this longer, more tailored style could work for fall in a preppy, equestrian chic way, I don't know, clearly I think you can wear anything in any season, so we'll see. Okay, the next two items are technically also shorts adjacent, but they feel much more autumnal to me, and that's because they're overalls. I have been searching for blue jean shortalls for so long. I think years at this point. I've never owned any because I could never find them until the other day, just when I least expected, I found not one, but two pairs of blue jean overalls at Value Village, and they're different. So I bought them both. First, we have this absolutely classic medium wash vintage pair. These are technically 2 sizes up for me, but I love and desire a baggy, oversized fit in most things, including overalls. So I feel like these are pretty much perfect. I just got them last week and I've already worn them. And then, for a fun twist, we also have this little blue and white striped pair, which I also love. What a cute little train conductor vibe. And I love that they have a pattern that adds a little fun and interest, but I feel like this particular pattern still has a really cool, vintagey vibe. These are not vintage, they're universal threads. They're from Target. But the vibe is still really classic, but it just adds a little more interest, a little more detail. I love a subtle pattern. These are great. Okay, before we get into the true fall essentials, sweaters and jackets, which contain some of the greatest gems of this haul, we are going to take a brief detour through some accessories. Firstly, this black shoulder bag. I have recently been really into shoulder bags, and I'll explain why. I have spent my entire adult life not owning a car until a year ago, and I have since realized crossbody bags, which are most of the bags I own, are much better for walking around a lot, but shoulder bags can be much better for getting in and out of the car a lot. You wouldn't think such a small lifestyle difference as that would affect your style preferences so much, but it really does. I could make a whole video just on that. But the point is, I realized I had no black shoulder bags, and I specifically wanted a softer shape and one with a buckle on the strap. And lo and behold, I found exactly that. Honestly, I have been obsessed with this bag. I've been using it like every other day since I bought it. I just think it makes every outfit more chic. Maybe that's because it's new. Maybe that's because it's a style that's trendy right now. I don't know. But thrifting one new addition that just makes every outfit look better to you feels so good. This bag also has a little Coach label on the inside. However, I couldn't find anything for this little number, so I assume that means it's fake. It was not priced at the thrift store, so it were real, so that's fine by me. And I do think it's real leather, and it still feels very sturdy and pretty solid quality. Next, we have these funky little bow tie Mary Janes. Can you believe I got these at a church rummage sale? These are so cute. I love chunky shoes. I've been trying to get more brown shoes, and I love the little tie style. However, the only shortcoming is I think these look kind of weird on me and my feet, and I can't figure out why. With short socks, tall socks, no socks, I feel like there's something slightly off no matter what. So I don't know, I haven't really tried to style them yet. Maybe I can figure it out, or maybe I will end up having to pass them on. But please give me any tips you have, or just tell me if you think it's all in my head. Do these look weird on me? Inquiring minds want to know. Next, we just have two belts, this black one and this chain one. I did not previously own a black belt with a gold buckle. I only had a silver one, and this just feels like kind of a staple that I've avoided buying because it's not very interesting, but I often find myself missing it when I'm getting dressed, so now I have one. And then this one, similarly, I have sort of a silver chain belt that I really like and do wear, but I wanted a gold option. I've kind of always wanted a gold chain belt, but I've just never seen one at the thrift store until now, so now I have one. Finally, our last accessories category before we get into the autumnal heavy hitters is jewelry. First up, actually one of my most favorite, most exciting recent finds I just got last week, this funky green glass bead necklace. I've been looking for a colorful, chunky glass beaded necklace that falls like higher up on my neck like this for so long. It's been months at this point, and this is so perfect. It's one of my favorite colors. It has just the perfect funky chunkiness I might want to add to like a basic tee or like a frilly floofy blouse. I feel like this will just add the perfect Liz personality to almost anything, and I'm so excited to start styling it. Next, these silver little drop earrings. Honestly, these just caught my eye on the same day I got that necklace, and I thought they would be fun to try out. I have a lot of different gold earrings, but very few options for silver earrings, and I really like having options in both. So I thought these would just be fun to switch it up, and I think they'll still be very versatile like hoops, but just something a little different. On the topic of silver and gold earrings, these next items are the only things I have bought firsthand to bring into my wardrobe in the past 4 months. They were from a local jewelry stand at a festival, shout out Frida Fest in Milwaukee, and it's a pair of earrings and a ring. First, the earrings. In a way, these are sort of like a gold version of the other silver ones. They're long and dangly, they have kind of like a charm feel, but obviously a different style, and I love the little drop pearl at the end. These feel equally versatile to like a gold hoop, but just a little more interesting to me, and I got them in like midsummer, and I've been wearing them a ton. And then the other piece I got from that same booth, this little colored gem ring. I own maybe like 5 or 6 rings, and I don't wear them on a daily basis, but I wear them often enough that I thought it would be fun to support a local business and add one more to my collection. And this is so pretty, and it's different from anything else I have, so I'm just very delighted by this ring, and I have been wearing it. And finally, in the jewelry category, we have 2 brooches. One is this fabulous flower I got from a rummage sale. I just thought it was so unique and chic and kind of like avant-garde sculptural. So I was stoked to add it to my collection. And the other one I just got last week is a brooch that's also a watch. There's a clock in there. Does it work? I don't think so. But how funky and cool is that? Regardless, I don't need this to check the time. I just need it for the vibes. I didn't even know clock brooches were a thing, and I'm just so into this concept. If you're wondering what I do with my brooch collection, the answer is I put them all on the lapel of a wool overcoat that I have. So these will join the rest on that jacket. I mean, sometimes I can take them off and use them for other things, but that's sort of where they live. All right, finally, we are onto the things that I am probably most excited about, maybe just because they're the most fall appropriate and I'm excited about fall, but we are onto sweaters and jackets. Let's start with sweaters. I have two. First up, this gorgeous rainbow striped one. This sweater is just like the most delicious color scheme I've ever seen in my life. It has every rainbow color, but in like a very natural, blended way that looks cozy rather than super in your face. And that is exactly how I want all my sweaters to feel. I also love the silhouette of this, the sort of wider cut, and also the slightly wider neckline. Just add a little something different to my sweater collection. Most of them are like all the same cut. That's a higher crew neck and have sort of a fitted like waistband part at the bottom that makes them boxy and then cinched in. And I absolutely love that cut, but I also love this one. And I appreciate that this will add a little something different into the silhouettes I can style. Honestly, I just can't imagine another sweater as perfect for fall as this. Psych! The second sweater is also completely perfect for fall. This sweater is more of that sort of classic cut that I just can't get enough of in my sweater collection, but with the little added twist of this mock neck. And I just think this color scheme and graphic design is so funky and cool and good. It's a little unexpected, but it's still understated, but still interesting. Basically, it's perfect in every way. This was honestly something that caught my eye instantly, and it was a little pricey for the thrift store. So I was almost hoping it like wouldn't actually work out when I tried it on, because then I could just like happily leave it behind and not spend $17 at the thrift store. But unfortunately, I did try it on and instantly fall in love. Does anyone else do that, or do I just like have an issue with spending money? I don't know. Let me know. Also, to be clear, this sweater was $17, which is ridiculous for the thrift store. But like, it's not actually expensive for a sweater. It was brand new with tags. It's 100% cotton, excellent quality. I know I'll wear it a ton. So for all those reasons, it was still well worth it to me. Also, it seems to be from some sort of smaller indie brand that I fear may have just recently gone out of business, because there were a few duplicates of this sweater and also some other sweaters from the same brand all in the thrift store together. When I Googled the brand, there's a website there, but it's empty and you can't buy anything on it. So that does make me sad for their brand. But I am very happy to give this sweater an appreciative home. Finally, we are on to the jackets, featuring some truly exquisite pieces, if I do say so myself. Honestly, I've just been on kind of a funky jacket kick recently. I've just decided that this is a thing I now want more of in my wardrobe. So 3 of these I did buy all in one day, but they're all so good and so cool. So just trust me. Firstly, this green pattern jacket, which made its debut in last week's video. This one I think is perfect because it's funky but still pretty muted and understated. I love green, I wear a ton of it, so this will blend seamlessly into my wardrobe. I also really like this sort of oversized drapey fit, and I love that this has this plant pattern. There's like leaves and flowers, feels very earthy, subtle, but still funky. We love it. Next, part of my funky jacket quest was for like quilted patchwork jackets. And when I found this, I just instantly fell in love. How cool is this? It's my favorite colors, it's patchwork, it's got all kinds of funky fabrics and patterns in it. They're all still pretty like understated, so I think it'll still blend pretty naturally into my wardrobe. It's also reversible if I ever just want like a cool patterned blue jacket. This jacket just feels subtly magical to me. Also, this thing is so comfortable. It feels like I'm wearing a blanket. Our third jacket from this very magical day at the thrift store is this gray, structural, asymmetrical, almost peplum style jacket. I love a sculptural shape. I love asymmetry, and something about this is just so unique and cool to me. It feels sort of avant-garde. It feels sort of editorial. It also reminds me of armor. So I'm excited to try to wear it in like a cool sculptural avant-garde way, but I'm also excited to try to wear it in like a fantasy night way. Yeah, I feel like this is a little different from something I would normally pick up, but I just saw it. It caught my eye in the thrift store, and then once I tried it on, I was like, this is so cool. This is going to add something so special to my wardrobe. Also, once again, very comfortable. All of these jackets, 10 out of 10 in comfort, which we love. And finally, this last piece is sort of the weight of a jacket, but it feels way too special and exciting to really just be a jacket. It's something more. It is this beautiful, textural, embroidered overcoat. Are you kidding me? This thing is exquisite. Look at it. I've been wanting a long coat that is some sort of color or pattern forever, like at least 2 years, I think. And I just never found anything that was quite right, quite the right colors, quite the right fit, whatever it may be, at the thrift store, until I happened upon this. I will say this was $30, which feels insane for the thrift store to me. Anything I didn't mention the price for was like a normal thrift store price, but then some of these I'm like, come on, you guys are getting this stuff for free. However, I did find this on my birthday, and I just thought it was so cool. And again, something like this firsthand would cost several times as much. And so as a little birthday treat to myself, I decided to get it. And I think it's so magical, and I'm so excited for it to get cold enough to wear it. And with that, we're done. That's everything. I am so excited to wear and style all of these pieces this fall. That could probably be a whole video in itself, so let me know if you want that. Please also let me know your favorite pieces in the comments, or share any of your recent favorite thrift finds. And I heard if you do leave a comment, watch another video, like perhaps this one that the algorithm thinks you would enjoy, and subscribe, you'll find your dream coat at the thrift store, and it won't be $30.